This is the overview of the MIT App Inventor. So let me introduce to you the different parts of the interface. First of all, to start a new project, you use this tab and then you can start new project. Okay, you can look at the rest of the projects using this first tab. Okay, and then on the left, you have this panel that provides you with options for user interface, layout, media, etc. Okay, we'll look at that later. And this is where you will see how your app will look like. So this is what we call the designer view. And there's also the block view, which will show you the blocks. So these are the programming blocks that you can use. Okay. So this is screen 1. And you can add more screen and call it screen 2 or whatever. So now you know that you're working on screen 2. You can go back to screen 1. Okay. And then let's take a look at the items on the left. So first, you have this part where you can look at the options for user interface. You can drag a button over, so this will be the button. And how you change it is, if you want to change the text, you can just type here and this will change, and you can also change the colors, etc. Okay, so this is just one option. You can look around, there are more options here, and then if you need help, you can read the instructions here. The second option you have here is the layout. Maybe you go with the table arrangement, you can drag it over, and then you can define how many columns you like and how many rows. So you can define 4 rows, 3 column. Okay. Then you can also adjust the height. This will fill up the height in terms of its parent screen. If you want the width to fill up, you can fill parents, or you can use the percentages. So what it means is that in this table arrangement, there are 4 columns and 3 rows. You can drag it in one of those. Next, we can look at the media option. For example, you can play sound, and you can record sound, and you have a video player as well. So you're supposed to drag the sound over. So the sound is dragged over, and then it's not appearing on the screen because this is a non-visible component. Okay, it doesn't have a icon on the screen itself. Let me show you how to delete this table arrangement. Basically, you can just delete it. Then it's gone. Next, we look at drawing an animation. Basically, you need a canvas first, and then you can put your objects within it. Okay, same thing, you can also have some adjustments on the right hand side. Okay, next is the maps. I won't go through the maps in detail, but you can explore how you can use the map function. Let's look at sensors. You have a series of sensors that you can use. Okay, this is more useful for the Android phones because currently the Apple phone sensors are not supported. Okay, there are a few sensors here. You can use things like accelerometer sensors. You can check out the pedometer, etc. Same thing, you can just drag them over. Okay, so it's a non-visible component. Next, social. You can use this for some of these telecommunication functions. You can pick emails, you can make a phone call from it, you can even tweet out of it. Next, we look at the storage function. The less complicated one would be the TinyDB. So same thing, to use it, you need to drag it over. So this storage function is for dealing with data. Okay, next we look at connectivity. The one that we use more frequently is this web item. Okay, so these web items allow you to connect to the internet and get some data out of it. And then the rest are not so important for now. Okay, then you have the blocks. So notice that whatever you have called out here, as you click them through, you see the sets of blocks available for that function. Okay, for example, sound, you can call it to play sound, etc. Okay. Okay, next we look at the built-in functions. For example, they have the control, whereby there is this if-then function. There's also this logic option that lets you compare whether it's equal or not equal, for example. And then there's a math function, text function, list, okay, and then etc. Okay, you can check them out. So to program this, you just have to drag them over. So in summary, to use App Inventor, first, you create a project and then you design the interface according to what you need. Pick the non-visible components. Then once you are done, you can program them. So if I want to program something about the sound, then I go to the sound. All right. Then once you are done, you can use the Connect tab to link to your AI companion. Okay, AI companion is an app that you download to your own phone from the App Store or from the Play Store. Okay, do note that it's important that both your laptop or your computer and your phone must be on the same network. That means they must be on the same Wi-Fi network for this to work. You'll see something like this, and then you can use your companion app to scan the QR code to have the app shown on your phone. Right? This is for development only. The point of time when you want to build the app, right, there's another option. You use the build option, you can save the app to your computer, or you can ask it to provide a QR code to download the APK file. This is for Android only. This is the end of the introduction to MIT App Inventor. So do play around and get familiar with the interface and the blocks.